What is up, nerdy squad? So I got a little time on my hands and decided to do a quick review video on Judge Dredd, the 2012 movie. And I gotta be honest with y'all, I just finished this last night, and I really enjoyed the heck out of this movie. First things first, I think Carl Urban did a great job being Judge Dredd. I'm not trying to really compare it to the 95 film starring Sylvester Stallone. Comparing the two outfits, I will say this. I do like Carl Urban's fit more than the Judge Dredd in 95 because I feel like with the big gold shoulder pads, it was kind of overdoing it. But I do feel like with Sylvester Stallone's character, he did feel like he was more menacing. I don't know if it was a voice or just how his character was presented. But I do like that in the 2012 film, Carl Urban's Judge Dredd wasn't like that, but he still had kind of like that respect or maybe a little bit of fear when it came to his fellow officers. But the 2012 movie definitely blew the 95 movie out the water, in my opinion. I liked the story. I didn't really care for the CG aspect of it. I didn't know this movie came out in CGI, not CG, but the 3D. I didn't really care for the 3D parts of it that much. Where everything was kind of slowed down because of the drug that was being taken by the villains. I think it was called slow-mo, where everything kind of slowed down. But basically in this movie, Judge Dredd, and I forgot the rookie's name, but the rookie go after Mama is her name. And basically, she's like this high-level drug dealer who's selling this drug called slow-mo. And basically, slow-mo is this drug that, gets people high, but it slows everything down. And so, they're running it out of like this almost apartment complex type building, which has like hundreds of apartments. And she's just kind of, using this apartment complex as her own fortress. And so Judge Dredd and the rookie pretty much get stuck in this apartment building after it goes on lockdown, and they're trying to get to my mom. I think she's either on the top floor or the bottom floor. No, she's on the top floor. They're trying to go after her and stop her from running this drug ring, because she basically has killed everybody else off who was in charge and taking over this small section. And I ain't gonna lie, this movie is super violent. You see a lot of bloodshed. I mean, it was a real good movie. But there's so much in this movie that you see. And so, the rookie, I forgot to mention, whatever her name is, I think it's Anderson or something like that. Anderson basically has this telekinetic power that, well, not telekinetic, but she's able to read minds. And there's certain times where she uses her powers, where she's able to read people's minds, and you kind of see the visions of what the people were thinking. And so her and Judge Dredd throughout this movie are just running through this apartment and killing off all these bad guys, trying to get to my mom. And there's a computer nerd, I guess, that she tortured back at some point. And basically, he doesn't have regular eyes anymore. His eyes are basically like cameras. So she's using him to run the apartment ring and be like, look, you don't do what I say, we're gonna kill you. And she has different ways that she does it, which is like just like skinning people and all this other stuff. And so Judge Dredd and Anderson are going through this apartment, and they're just getting into all kind of trouble. In one scene, there's a scene where my mom with her gang show up with these machine guns, and they literally start obliterating this one section of the apartment, and it's literally killing a whole lot of innocent people that have nothing to do with Judge Dredd. And you feel bad, man, because it's like this little section of an apartment where all these people are living, and they're getting killed for no reason. And so Judge Dredd decides to call for backup. And unfortunately, the backup that shows up are crooked judges, a.k.a. crooked cops, who come to kill Judge Dredd because they want the $1 million bounty that, well, not my mom put on her head, but the cops came in and said, look, we win $1 million if we kill Judge Dredd. And so the crooked cops come in and they try to kill Judge Dredd, but he ends up getting the best of them. And so when they finally do catch up to my mom, she's got this device attached to her wrist that says if her heartbeat stops, as long as they're like within 100 feet of, I guess, the bombs in the building, then once her heartbeat stops, the building is destroyed. Or, I think, yeah. So then what happens is he throws her through a window, but not before he gives her a drug. And all of a sudden you see her falling slowly. And when she does die, it does nothing because I think she went from 100 feet to down to 200 feet below in the building. And so nothing happens. But this movie I really, really liked. I really enjoyed. The action was so damn good. I think the chick who played my mom did a great job. I didn't know she was the same chick from, what movie was it? The Purge film, the first Purge film, where every year that came up. But I thought she did a great job. She was the mom in that movie. But she did such a great job. I don't understand why this movie did not get a sequel. I don't know if it was the wrong time in the wrong year, but Carl Urban Anderson, everybody that did a fabulous job in this movie. I think it definitely deserved a sequel. Who knows if we'll ever get a sequel? Probably won't. It's been like since 2012, or if we'll ever reboot the story. Like I said, I'm not trying to compare it to the 95 film, but I definitely think this movie knocked the movie out the water. But besides all that, you let me know what you all think. Post your comments down below, and I'll catch you on my next video. I'm out. Peace.